The quartering has reached a new level of lolcowdom. He is paying YouTube to make his videos as advertisements. He is running away from debates with other YouTubers like Yellow Flash. He is doubling down on the idea that he did not report Kino Casino clips, even though there is literally a video of him accidentally leaking his history that said thank you for your report. He tried to double down on that. It seems every single day, this guy just continues to ruin his career. He's reached the point where he's now like posting his analytics. He covered the money, which is interesting because most of the views are probably coming from his like crappy shorts where he's like, hey guys, check this out. And he just plays someone else's videos.
You've got to be kidding me.
We've reached a new low for Jeremy. We've reached the point where there's nothing this guy can do, right? Now, this user by the name of Bad Banner said Kiwi Farms user Nova902 got a 13-minute ad for the quartering. Bro's not even like using trailers or like little shorts to promote his content. He's literally paying YouTube to promote his entire 13-minute video. I kind of understand the complaints now. Thankfully, I'm with premium, so I don't have to subject myself to this slop, but God forbid you want to watch Clownfish TV video, you are going to be stuck with Bigfoot himself, Jeremy. Andy Worski says, LMFAO, I was wondering why his Crowder video got 60K unlike his usual 20K, and as I suspected, he paid for views, LMFAO. And I went to check this out. It's a little bit more than 60K now, but it is still very unusual. He basically got about double the amount of views he usually gets on this Steven Crowder video. Steven Crowder just went nuclear, 107K. I would say his average is about 36K. I wouldn't be surprised if he botted this Carmelo video as well. I'm sure there's plenty. If we scroll this one, Total Meltdown for free, I wouldn't be surprised if all these higher viewed videos he botted. This dude makes a lot of money, or he did make a lot of money. I don't know if he makes a lot anymore because it seems as though he's like reached the point where he's flexing views, right? But he's felt the need to cover the money, right? It's unless of course you're kind of embarrassed about the amount of money you made for the amount of views. Which brings us to this next post. Camelcast posted this. The quartering flexing his metrics on X, changing the custom time frame to 90 days to increase views, blocked out revenue. He deleted this tweet, by the way. I went to look for this on the quarterings page, and it is gone now because this is another one of his like nightcap tweets where he posts something after his alcohol wears off, he deletes it. He ended up sharing this. If this is a downfall, please, I beg you, please let me keep falling. This is the last 90 days. He got 65K subs, which again, super easy to do if you're pumping out like sloppy shorts where people aren't subscribing for you. They're subscribing for the cringy shorts that you're posting where you say, hey guys, check this out. 61 million views, right? Which if you made normal videos would be insanely good. 61 million views based on like normal videos, you'd be making freaking thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a month, probably more than that. But obviously that's not what that is. These are coming from shorts. Mind you, if his shorts have like a 30-second retention rate, a 10-second retention rate, they're not doing great, right? If you watch longer form videos, you're going to make more money because more people watch more ads. And that's why people like the quartering, all these news people, even myself, we want to get to that 8-minute point because we can put more mid-rolls, right? And when you put these mid-rolls, you're going to get revenue from the ad. The thing with shorts is you're not going to see that. The most you're going to see from shorts is like a photo or something, or you might see like a short little 10-second clip and you can scroll past it, right? That's the kind of ads you're dealing with when you're getting into shorts territory. So obviously the quartering is like resorting to shorts so that he can get his views up to kind of like boost his ego and like maybe boost his name in the algorithm. But financially, it's not beneficial to him, especially when all of this content solely is based on stolen freebooted content, right? Now on the topic of stealing, let's talk about how the quartering has basically stolen a smaller content creator's livelihood by getting their account terminated on YouTube by reporting them. And he tried to show his updated report history, again, to kind of show, hey, I didn't report these guys. It couldn't have been me. It wasn't me, right? might think there's nothing here on my report list. By the way, updating my secret unsleeved media channel. And you can see unsleeved media. He also has no reports. And this is where we get to the funny part. So the quartering was streaming the other day, and he accidentally leaked his Google, right? It's saying mtg headquarters at gmail.com, YouTube support. So obviously he reported somebody on an account associated with this email. And he tried to show the unsleeved media account to show that it couldn't have been him. And this is where it gets even funnier. So if you go to his unsleeved media description, there's a nice big view email button here. What? Casked for this at gmail.com. That's not the email that we saw in your leaked history, Jeremy. Maybe you should remove this email if you don't want people to figure that out, because this is not the same as mtgheadquarters at gmail.com. Again, Jeremy just cannot help himself. And Yellow Flash ended up reposting my reference. Let's see those emails, Jerbear. Need to see this email Friday night, the quartering. They were going to have a discussion today talking about all of the allegations, everything going on, because Yellow Flash and the quartering have been having some drama, some back and forth, but the quartering ended up pulling out last minute. So I guess on Friday night, they're finally going to be getting in to all of the drama, finally diving into everything that's been going on with the quarter pounder himself. But most of this drama, of course, comes down to Yellow Flash making videos on the quartering, because basically the quartering, if you are going against him, if you've ever been on his side of the culture war, and all of a sudden you're calling him out because he's a grifting loser, you're calling him out because he's false flagging people, reporting people, doing all sorts of horrific things, like people would make fun of Hassan Piker for, make fun of all these other different creators. If you do it to the quartering, all of a sudden, you're like a snake and blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of why they've been going back and forth. Obviously, it probably also comes down to the fact that Yellow Flash is making a lot more views than him as well, without having to buy advertisements or buy views, technically. It is an interesting time right now in the YouTube landscape. The whole culture war thing is kind of getting old. People got tired of the whole Disney and Marvel is woke stuff. People Brittany Venti will always be there. Shoe on head. People complain about certain things on the left, what they do and whatnot. And that's always going to be fine, because a lot of their content is more edited, more researched, more detailed. But when it comes to people like the quartering, whose entire content strategy is just start camera, read article, complain about something, and then shill their coffee company, people are kind of just okay, I've had enough of that. It's been a decade. Time to move on. And I think that's a lot of what other people feel. When it comes to the quartering, when it comes to Melanie Mac, all of his little ilk of people who are still either supporting him or sweeping for him, they think it's just time to move on. And that means quartering, it may be time to get a real job. It might be time to put that experience with YouTube and content creation, go be a manager at a Taco Bell or something, right? Go do something else with your life. Pack it up, hang your gloves up, because people don't really respect you anymore. You've kind of burnt your last few bridges, and you've crossed the line by reporting people, and now, trying to lie about it, trying to play stupid. I want to know what you guys think down below. As always, let me know what you think about these new updates about the quartering. It's funny. Peace out.